Slocky. Yeah, so not just your regular everyday, person that's an actual soldier that joined the military. They're talking about super soldiers. Giving them. A matter of fact, I can read it in here. It says right here. It says militaries around the world today are working on technology that enhances biological capability in the human soldier. It says this study will provide a look into some of the major enhancement methods currently pursued by states. It will then consider how much changes might fundamentally affect warfare. It does not deal with the moral and ethical dilemmas raised by such approaches, as those questions have already been covered in more comprehensive studies. Okay, so in May of 2016, it was reported that Hyundai had created an exoskeleton suit that allowed the wearer to carry 110 pounds and carry the load over long distances without difficulty. It could be revolutionary in its ability to empower the lives of the elderly victims of the spinal cord injury. So they're talking about how it can help people, but when you read it, it says the company even went as far as to compare the new suit to the iconic Iron Man suit. Let me see, because there was another one. It says the U.S. is not alone in this. Armies around the world are already developing their own programs to use exoskeletons for military applications. Okay, for Russia, for example, has announced plans working on an exoskeleton made out of titanium. Okay, and it goes into that, but there's another one. Here we go. East Asia is not far behind. In early 2018, it was reported that China and Japan were already engaging in a commercial race to lead the global exoskeleton market, predicted to reach nearly $7 billion USD over the next decade. Just bear with me, because they break down what China's doing. Another method currently being pursued is to create super soldiers. This gene manipulation, China has recently made huge breakthroughs in this arena, successfully correlating genetic mutations in the human embryos, giving birth to the possibility of a much greater gene editing than before. While such techniques will once again be vital to the medical sector, worries still about that China might use this knowledge to create genetically enhanced soldiers with physical and mental capabilities that were hardwired into them as embryos. These fears are not unfounded. A few months earlier, Chinese scientists had revealed that the hypermuscular test tube dogs were successfully bred in laboratories. These dogs would have twice the muscle mass of a normal one, with a considerable speed and strength advantage. Once the same can be done with human genes, weaponized soldiers can be created too. Okay, so they're manipulating genes to make big, strong dogs, and they want to make big, strong people too, and smart. Okay, hardwired to do whatever it is you tell them to do, or however it is they want to, make that happen. So this isn't, science fiction. It's science fact. Okay, they're really working on these things to bring them to pass. So I got this video I want to show you from YouTube. I'll go ahead and play that. Shit would be available as a pet. Yeah, I definitely don't want that as a pet. But like I said, man, the reason why I'm getting this is it's all because of this show Black Mirror. Now I'm gonna pull up my camera on the phone. I got the show right here. It's in black and white, so y'all gonna have to bear with it. Look at it. This is what they talking about creating. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I knew it was gonna do that. But you know, we back. Autocorrect, you know, get back up. Brains everywhere. Now, this thing was bad, man, because also, let me see if I can show that real quick. Once it gets her, let me see. Ah. So you see, she had to cut the little chip out of her because it put a chip in her to track her. Okay, which is, you know, setting you up for the RFID chip, man. So, like I was saying, man, all this is what's called predictive programming. They do all this to put the thought in your head, to put the thought in your mind that this could actually happen, or this isn't too far away, or basically just to plant a seed in your mind so that you're thinking, so that, you know, when this happens, you know, it's not too far-fetched. Okay? They love to tell on themselves. And this is a part of it. So I'm just going to get a couple scriptures and I'm going to end it. Alright, this is Isaiah 59:19. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him." Alright, and this is how they're going to come in like a flood. They're going to come in with regular soldiers. They're going to come in with super soldiers. They're going to come in with new weapon technology, okay? With fucking microwave guns and ray guns that'll, you know, turn you to powder, that type of stuff. When martial law is declared, that's what it's going to look like, man. It's going to look like nothing that we ever seen before, but it's going to look like something from a movie because they put it in these movies for a reason. That's the reason, okay? And I'm going to get this Daniel 12:1. It says, "And at that time Michael shall stand up, the great prince which shall stand for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book." Okay? So that time that it's talking about is Jacob's trouble. Alright, like I said, when martial law is declared, when basically the military are acting as police or authority figures here on this soil, on America. Not only that, you'll have famines, or a lack of bread, a lack of food, water, lack of resources in general. All right, the dollar will be crashed, so your money's not going to be worth anything. There's going to be war going on. All right, there's going to be indignation. There's going to be insurrection. That's not the word I'm looking for. 2nd Ezra 15. Slakia. Here we go. So this is the 2nd Ezra 15 chapter 15, starting at verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." The modern day sword is a gun, okay, and that's a race war as well. That's gonna be going on, but one people fighting against another is, you know, like I said, the race war is gonna be everybody fighting against everybody. All right, there should be sedition among men and invading one another. That's what I was looking for, sedition. All right. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Okay, so nobody's gonna be obeying the the land of the law, the law of the land, should I say, Salakia. Okay, they're not gonna care, you know, what the governor says. You know, it's a state of emergency, stay in the house, or what Trump says. You know, don't go looting or this, that, and the third. It's gonna tell you why here in a second. People are gonna be wild out here. Okay, it says, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's that martial law. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay, people are going to be scared in that day, man. It's going to be like On the Road. That's another great movie. You brothers got to watch The Road. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Alright, that's the reason why. For the lack of bread and great tribulation. Famine. Alright, lack of resources. And, you know, that's it. You know, this has been 18 minutes already. You know, Lord's will, you know, if you stuck with me, I hope you were edified. You know, I want to give all praise that's called law to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Shem Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring, and truth and sincerity in the women children who follow. Shalom.